Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For today's divinely guided rune reading for the week of the 10th going into the 16th, we have, the day of the recording of this video, right, we have Mercury going direct. Thank the Lord, right? And we also have a couple really big shifts happening energetically throughout this week for us. We have Mercury kicking off the week for us, right? And then we have Venus stationing direct also on the 12th. And also on the same day, on the 12th, we have a powerful full moon. So check out the description below for more beautiful information. If you're not checking out the description boxes in your videos, you're missing out on a lot of information. So without further ado, let's jump into your weekly rune reading. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading for this week. And I've already meditated on and cleared the energetic space for and shuffled your runes for this reading. Then we're going to, at the very end, get a message of clarity from the fairies and oracle deck. Then another card of inspiration from some beautiful hand-created cards at the very end. So stay tuned for these beautiful messages at the end of your reading. Let's jump right on in with your recent energies here. So Nauthies is about needs, constraints, limitations. You're going down the path, and now this log is blocking your path. So Libra, this is calling for you to balance your needs, constraints, limitations. It kind of looks like maybe the scales are tipping to one side more than the other here. So this is balancing what is a need versus what is a want. What is a constraint? What is a perceived limitation versus an actual limitation, right? So you're coming from some really introspective sort of work here, Libra, and that's to no avail because this has been really helping you with your endurance. So Awaz here is the rune about the cyclical kind of nature of life, letting you kind of know that there's a season for everything, right? Like the world card kind of change in everything, helping you endure. This is about the yew tree, the YEW kind of tree. Bows were made out of this, so they had to be very flexible and durable, that kind of a wood, right? So you're kind of called to embody this recently. Through handling a lot of needs, you're learning to be more flexible. You're gradually learning to adapt and to kind of, along like branches in the wind, kind of sway along with the wind. Now remember, if you do not sway enough or if you sway too much, you can snap off your branches and become more rigid and repeating life lessons. But if you do sway a little bit with it, right, you can kind of get glimpses of the sun shining through the branches, blessing everything, providing that life, that abundance, right? That beautiful, natural, abundant, successful energy. So in your very near future energies, you have Kinaz. Kinaz is that fire energy. It's very much that light, that torch that's being held here, illuminating the path for yourself and for others. So as you're doing this, you're really embodying leading by example. And by doing this, people are actually watching you. It might not feel like it. It might not feel like you are being a role model for anybody else, but believe me, you are. And you are turning into this trailblazer through whatever this is that you've been addressing your needs and trying to weather whatever it is that's going on in your life. You have no idea who all is watching you right now, Libra, because they're watching you as a leader, as that person holding this lantern as this trailblazer moving forward. That might not be what you want, but it's what they need. It's what they're seeing in you, whether it's projected or not. So your current influences are in algaes. This is the elk rune of, I like to call it, faith. So this is more the elk with its antlers, with that divine connection, also your divine defense, but also very firmly planted in the earth. So the elk rune, that divine defense, divine protection, you're trailblazing, knowing that you have what it takes. You're getting kind of maybe some feedback here, or maybe just solidifying that through yourself. Or maybe that's just the advice that you need to hear moving forward, is to be okay with being you, right? Because Libra, people need to see the real you, not the overthinking you, not the worrying you, not the dualistic you. But as you go from the unsure, kind of unsteady you and addressing these needs like a master, you come out leading by example, and in doing so, increasing your faith, knowing that you have that divine defense kind of built in there with you. Like, um, you're recognizing more of that cyclical nature. Things come and go. And so too does, your uh, good and bad times, right? So you're learning that through everything, through divine, is everything timed, is everything provided for you through your life. And so your current influence right now, through recognizing more of this faith here, this is on Zeus. Your current advice is to continue tapping into your connection with Source. Continue in tapping into your divine connection. This is prophetic downloads, dream work. This is the rune of communication. This is like the antenna rune. This could be calling you to reach out to and have those conversations with your loved ones, with your support group, with your community, however this resonates with you, okay? Because Libra, this is really beautiful. I really think this is kind of an inward connection here with divine source here, just really increasing your faith. You really were tested here recently. I think really as these planets are stationing direct and this full moon kind of eases the tension and sheds some light in some dark places, you're going to be seeing more of that illumination, the clarity, the manifestation of what you've been really trying so hard and weathering the storms for. Your faith is increased as a result. So too should your communication with divine. Have an open dialogue. That's one of the easiest things to do. Instead of acting crazy like you're talking to yourself, have that open dialogue with divine throughout the day. That's your best friend that'll never leave you. So that's a great dialogue to have throughout the day with yourself, or for your guidance, your inner clarity, right? Or with your loved ones, show them that there's healing in the future. All right, so what you get to look forward to at the end of this here is an unintended eventuality, something that might not have been in your thoughts at the beginning of all this process, but something that's been becoming more evident as you trailblaze. And that's what no longer serves you, no longer has room for you, or you no longer have room for it at the top, right? So this is kind of like the tower in tarot. This is something that you get to look forward to, though. It's what's not resonating anymore, falling off. So you get to rebuild with divine guidance, with your faith, with your new reaffirmation of your tribe, of yourself, of your inner strength, and really building in beautiful new ways into your fertile territory after the storm. after the hail, right? After this natural disaster, after what's already been going to happen eventually. Now you have the tools to make it through. You've already weathered the storm. You already know how to get through and make it through like the hail. So now you get to hold the light for the others so that you can have that faith, like showing the way and being divinely guided, showing the way for others to that you and them can also make it through future storms together. How beautiful is that? I love that for you, Libra. Let's get a message of clarity from the Fairies Oracle deck. Fairies are divinely guided creatures that love to assist us as well. So, Fairies, please show us clearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Express your individuality. Yeah, be yourself. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. Yeah, Libra. Not that overthinking, Libra, right? Express yourself. All right, so let's read more about this card. Again, as a reminder, it says, allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. You drew this card because you worry about social acceptance. The fairies want you to celebrate your uniqueness, since to them, you're delightful and perfect, just as you are right now. The fairies love your creativity, and they urge you to just be yourself. Don't squelch your true self in order to gain others' approval. Pretending doesn't work anyway, and you can't please everyone. Instead, enjoy being authentic and trust that like-minded people will be attracted to you. Additional meanings for the card are dress in a way that makes you happy. Another one is trust and follow through with your creative ideas and visions. Another is speak your truth. Another one is join the Red Hat Society, an international group of social fun-loving ladies, kind of like the lady depicted on this card here. So another and final meaning is express your creativity through an artistic project or new business idea. Yeah, Libra, just be you. Be yourself. That's beautiful stuff. Let's get another card of inspiration from this oracle deck. It says bloom. Yeah. Flowers don't compete. They just be themselves. They just bloom. So get out there, Libra, be your dang self, bloom, have the faith, know that you've made it through storms before, you're gonna bloom through another one. You're gonna show people how by being your unique self. Let me know in the comments below how this resonates for you. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.